This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Ross versus Rudolph. You all have been together for 5 years, engaged for 2 years, and you say he's cheating and blowing money on strippers and casinos?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, tell me about that.
He has 3 different personalities, and one is Ira, I love to death. Rudy, I don't want to say nothing about that, but Rude Boy, I can't stand.
What'd you call him?
Rude Boy.
Well, I don't even like the name, so I understand. Right off the top.
I'm Ira. I love her. I'm Ira. I'm here because let her know I love her.
So do you ever let her see Rude Boy?
No, not really.
Okay, so
No.
where you keep...
Yes, he does.
When?
Yes, he does.
When?
All the time.
No.
All right, you tell me what Rude Boy looks like.
Rude Boy, just like the name goes, Rude Boy. He's very rude. He loved the women. He loved the street. He go on Facebook and like all the women. I don't have no compliments on my Facebook page from him at all.
Is that true?
I compliment you all the time. It ain't got to be on Facebook.
Really?
All the time. No, that's not true. I mean,
But he let the strippers know how they look so good on Facebook, and they be coming, inbox me, babe. And when I screenshot it and send it to him, he be like, I don't even know them, and I would never see them, and all of that.
All right, so Mr. Rudolph, so are you, or Rude Boy, are you cheating on her?
No.
You're not?
No, I'm not.
Do you love her?
Yes, I love her. She know I love her. I wouldn't be if I didn't.
Miss Ross, let me ask you something. When you first met him, who did you meet? Ira, or did you meet Rude Boy?
Ira.
Okay, tell me about that.
I met him in the mall. I was walking, me and my cousin, and she tapped me on the shoulder. She said, this guy keep trying to get your attention. So I turned around, and I looked at him, and he asked me for my number, and I say, sure. And me and him was matching. We both had gray on. And, and he asked me to call him, and I called him. And
See how she made me a better man?
4th of July. It was
baby.
actually the 4th of July. And that night, we went and watched the fireworks.
So you met him at the mall. He was eyeballing you. So, and you've been together ever since?
She my ride or die. I proposed to her, and she my ride or die.
All right, so it sounds like you all had a lovely beginning. I mean, and it was a good relationship.
It
was a
is.
solid relationship.
It was.
It is. It still is.
It was, because right now I don't trust him at all.
All right, tell me about this trust issue. Why don't you trust him?
Well, at first he was taking a bath, so I went in the bathroom after him. He left his phone. And I picked up the phone, and I see some boobies all in the phone saying, good morning, baby.
Okay, tell me
these were not yours on the phone.
These were some bright boobies. I'm not bright like that.
Oh, okay. All right.
That was someone in the past, though. It was somebody in the past, and then her had been broken off. But that's how they do it. She happened to just go in there and get my phone out the bathroom and went through, and I tried to explain to her that there's nothing there between me and that girl no more.
I gotta tell you, if I walked in and my husband's phone was open and there were some bright boobies on it, I'd be tight. So how did that play out?
What about non-bright boobies? Is that allowable?
It doesn't matter.
No.
Non-bright, big, small, anything, that will not go down well.
Okay, all right. Just
So,
checking.
no, why are you having to check that?
Just checking.
You should know that.
All right, just checking.
Any rate, so what was that conversation like when you said, can you explain this to me? What did he say?
He's like, this was some girl in the past that I used to
there you
take
go.
over to a mechanic shop, and she used to just give me.
Oh.
Wow. Well, there it is, y'all.
Okay, well, Ms. Ross, he says that was in the past.
It was.
You brought this case today because you believe he's cheating now. What does that look like? Why do you think that?
Well, I catfished him, and I pretend like I was another woman that he had used to mess with in Arkansas.
Okay, so what did you do?
I took a random woman picture off of Facebook, and I started texting him and telling him that me and him met in Arkansas, which he used to live there. And after that, he was like, yeah, and he come in the house, he was all smiling. He come get funky fresh and everything.
Wait. What is funky fresh?
When you just go in there and throw water on, then try to put some good clothes on because he thought the woman was coming for him, but that's funky fresh because he didn't really clean up.
All right.
Really, Lisa?
So it was like a half bath.
I didn't
Right.
even take a bath.
You didn't take a bath.
We were sitting by a
Funky
fire
fresh.
in the barrel. me
He
and my
was
family
so
and
happy
friends.
when he came and
No,
then
I
he was
wasn't.
smiling, and after that, when he finished getting
It was
funky
cold
fresh,
outside.
I
I
say,
went to put on more clothes. It was cold.
he was happy. He was very happy.
And
Did
then
he
The girl
exchange
was
more
supposed to-
than-
the thing about it, yeah, you got me on that one because I overlooked my text. Because the text who you claim to be, I had never met nobody that name, but when it's Arkansas, Texas County, Arkansas, I'm like, God, somebody trying to catch up with me from Texas County, Arkansas?
Okay.
All right,
so-
wait a minute. You said she got you.
Yeah, she got me on that one.
My question to you is you sent him the message. Did he respond back?
He sure did.
What did he respond with?
Can you come meet me?
Did you do that?
I don't remember. No, I did not
He
do it. I
never
don't remember.
remember.
I do
He
not
never-
remember.
You don't remember some
I do not
strange
remember
woman
they come
texting
over.
you and
Yeah, I
you?
remember her texting, but I don't remember nothing about come over.
So how often do you get strange text messages from women?
Twice, and she did both of them.
Your Honor, I got evidence.
You have
of the-
evidence?
Yes, of the catfish.
Which one?
And that was the next one when I played, like, are you in a relationship?
Okay, yeah, I got to see that. Ron, would you bring that up, please?
Yeah.
All right, so you catfished him
All
the
right.
second time.
Right.
And what happened?
Well, I took another random girl picture off of Facebook, and I texted him, and I told him I have been watching him, and I asked him to send a picture. He sent a picture.
Okay, let's take a look at this evidence.
Hey, Rudy, I've been watching you. Are you dating anyone? If not, can we get together sometime? And this is you pretending to be this other woman.
Correct.
All right.
All right, and Mr. Rudolph, you respond, really good game. Send me a picture. Okay, you can call me.
Can I ask you a question? Is it serious?
And you responded, is what serious?
Your girl.
And you sent a picture, responded, it's complicated. Okay, so what's complicated about the woman that you've been together with for 5 years and engaged for 2?
You know what? I went along with her game.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
I knew it was you the whole time.
Oh, so
And
you
I
knew it was her?
I knew it was her.
How did you know it
Because
was
I
her?
told my best friend that was there, I said, this ain't nobody but Lisa, but I'm gonna go along with it.
And that's the story you sticking
And that's
to.
the story I'm sticking to, and she know it. Actually, what happened when she picked that phone up and I said, good morning, Lisa. Oh, this ain't Lisa. And I knew it was her. Oh, if I wouldn't have answered the phone, you wouldn't have knew it was me. I knew it was you from the start.
So you picked up the phone.
And called her that next morning. And before when she picked it up, before she could say anything, I said, good morning, Lisa.
Yes, he did
All
say
right
good
then.
morning,
I
Lisa.
knew it was her.
He did.
She got me once, not twice.
Okay, I got another story for you about the casino. He loves to gamble at the casino. I can never find him. Can I show you exactly
Okay.
step to the,
Please step to the monitor.
Okay. I have been calling him all day, trying to get in contact with him so I can put the insurance card in the vehicle.
Okay.
No response all day long. So I leave my house and I go to the first casino.
All right.
I page, no Rudy.
Okay.
So I go 45 minutes away to the next casino, second casino, page, no Rudy.
And you're
Without
doing all this
responding.
because you, at this point, are thinking he's with some other woman.
Correct.
All right. All right. Where'd you go next?
We go to the third casino, I page, no Rudy.
All right.
So I go to the fourth casino, still no Rudy. Then the fifth casino I went to, it was a rainstorm. We had to go over a big high bridge. I got down this time and I went upstairs and downstairs and page, no Rudy. We went to a restaurant and I texted him, I say, either you respond or I'm coming to get the vehicle and you will be walking and I will be calling the police.
And what I bet, I'm a bet, because we got casinos involved. He responded.
He responded.
Okay, wait a minute. Where are you?
Home sleep.
What kind of sleeping?
No, he wasn't.
Yes,
No,
I
you was not.
Yes, I was. I was at the house sleep.
No, because I talked to his roommate.
She didn't know I was there.
So, Mr. Rudolph,
hours of-
that particular text got you awake. It woke you up.
Well, I was just waking up.
Okay.
All All right, you can come back to the podium. Thank you, Miss Ross.
Ms. Ross, all this disappearing makes you think that he's cheating.
Correct.
You know, the catfishing, you know, his responses, you can't find him, you're hunting him down at the casinos, he's not there, he's not where you think he is. All this makes you believe that he's cheating.
You also forgot that he's sending messages and so forth to women and strippers on Facebook and direct messaging. Don't forget that part.
Okay, that's important.
That is important, because I gotta tell you, if you were sending messages to women on Facebook or anything else, I'd be mad about it. That ain't acceptable.
I agree.
I'm not cheating.
You're not cheating.
I'm not cheating.
Well, the court engaged the services of a licensed private investigator to perform surveillance on you. And he is here with his findings. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Eccles into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Eccles, good day. How are you?
How you doing, Your Honors?
Doing well. Now, you performed surveillance on Mr. Rudolph, is that correct?
Yes, I did, Your Honor. I followed Mr. Rudolph for about 3 days.
And what were your findings?
Well, here's the surveillance here. So I followed him to a popular club in their town. And as you can see, Mr. Rudolph is here identified in the circle. And as he's talking to his friend, he's getting ready to walk into the local club.
Oh, but you don't go in the clubs.
Did your investigation end there?
Oh, absolutely not.
All right, tell me about that.
Mr. Rudolph has this thing that he does with his tongue. When he's looking at women, yeah, you remember you stick your tongue out and you look at the women. Yeah.
So, did you see him doing this tongue thing in other women?
Absolutely.
And what was your impression of what he was doing?
Well, that kind of identifies to a woman that, you know, you use your tongue.
All right, Mr.
Really?
Rudolph.
Really?
I always lick my tongue.
No, not at
Yeah, you do. You know I always lick my tongue. It's a
Mr.
habit.
Rudolph.
Especially when I'm drinking. You know that.
Mr. Rudolph,
Yes, ma'am.
were you sticking your tongue out in a nasty way
No, I do
to
that
women?
when I'm drinking. Whenever I'm drinking, I lick my tongue.
At women?
No, around my lips.
Was he doing this after he was drinking, or was he doing this at women?
He had one beer when he started licking his lips. And then I worked my way into their group. They invited me to another club, and we hung out that night.
And so you got to observe him do this tongue thing more than once.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, you have enough sense to know when someone's licking their lips after having a beverage versus licking their lips at a woman.
Absolutely.
Okay, you know the difference between those two.
Yes, I do.
What was Mr. Rudolph doing?
He was looking at the women.
Hold on. Mr. Eccles, did you observe anything else while you were in the club with him?
Oh, absolutely.
Tell me about that.
Well, that's when I got the information that I needed.
Okay.
There's a recorded conversation with Mr. Rudolph.
All right, so you're hanging out with him and his friends, and he has no idea that you're a private investigator.
Exactly.
All right, what did you find out?
I don't know if he remembers this, but he will. But there's a recorded conversation that I had when I had a conversation with Mr. Rudolph.
All right, let's listen to that.
You about to get married, Rude?
I'm going on cover squad. I'm leaving money to go to Atlanta.
What's cover squad?
It's a new shit with the Cutlers. They black people.
What you gotta go to court for, though?
Cause my girl want me to go. She think I'm cheating.
Are you cheating?
Yeah, I'm cheating.
Okay, all right, well, as long as you cheating.
But I ain't
But you
telling
can't
nobody.
tell them you cheating.
No, I ain't gonna tell them. I ain't gonna let them know.
You ain't gonna let her know.
know I cheat with females in the casino.
Okay, wait a minute, hold up. He admitted to you that I am cheating?
Yes, Your Honor. He admitted to me that he was cheating. And he said he's cheating with females as well as the casino.
Okay,
Yeah.
would you please play that audio again?
I'm going on cover squad. I'm leaving money to go to Atlanta.
What's cover squad?
It's a new shit with the Cutlers. They black people.
What you gotta go to court for, though?
Cause my girl want me to go. She think I'm cheating.
Are you cheating?
Yeah, I'm cheating.
Okay, all right, well, as long as you cheating.
But I ain't
But you
telling
can't
nobody.
tell them you cheating.
No, I ain't gonna tell them. I ain't gonna let them know.
You ain't gonna let her know.
I cheat with females in the casino.
So, Mr. Rudolph, you admitted to cheating. We heard it. What exactly did you do?
Nothing.
You admitted to cheating.
nothing. I had no sex with no woman but her. You know, sometimes us men wants to fit in with others, so you say things to make yourself look like you're macho.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
He always try to be macho.
Mr. Rudolph, I don't care what you say. You are totally busted. Ms. Ross, you have just heard your fiance admit that he is cheating with females. What do you want to do with this information?
I want to fix it. I want to work on it. I love him. I'm not going anywhere.
That's your choice.
If you love her, and when you look at her and see the tears in her eyes, if that doesn't make you change, then there's no hope for your relationship. And you need to stop playing her. As we say in this courtroom all the time, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a good relationship. Court is adjourned.
This is the case of Harmon versus Powell. You all have been together 3 years, engaged about 1.5 years. Mr. Harmon, why have you brought your fiance here today?
Well, I think she's cheating on me with other men, and she's lying, and I just can't deal with it. Like, I'm putting my whole relationship on the line. I'm fighting for my relationship. She's giving other people attention when we go out and showing other people, like, you know, flirting. Like, here can be a bartender, she flirts, smiling, want to take selfie pictures. For what when you got a handsome brother in your face, you know?
Do you believe it goes beyond flirting?
Sometimes, yes.
Ms. Powell, what would you like to prove today?
I would like to prove that I'm not cheating on him, that, I mean, like, I do have an outgoing personality, I am bubbly and stuff.
Do you flirt with other men?
I don't think I flirt with other men, no, I don't. I think I just talk too much, and, you know.
All right, so Mr. Harmon, if you find out that she's actually cheating, what does that mean for you?
If I find out that she's cheating, the marriage is off. I'm not buying her nothing else. I'm moving back to Tennessee. Right now, we relocated to Texas. Because, you know, I want to start off fresh, I want to start over new, so.
And you going home to Tennessee?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
So, Ms. Powell, his accusations that you are doing more than flirting, that you're actually cheating, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like he just is judging me, and, like, I don't even know who he thinks I am anymore, like.
Do you love him?
I do.
You want to make it work?
I do.
Don't seem like it, Your Honor.
Well, what do you love about him?
I love everything about him. I love his personality. I love the way he treats me. I love how he just, like, throws me in the air because I'm so small. Like, I love everything, you know? Like, I just love it. And,
You admit to throwing her in the air?
Yeah.
You know,
What makes you, no. What makes
throw
a
your
man
fiancé in the air, wave your hand like you just don't care, you know, all that. That goes together.
No.
She loves that because I'll look at her and I'll catch her in my arms, you know?
So you're a true romantic. I mean, that's throwing the love up in the air. I've not even heard of that.
I try to make everything work. I try to make the, you know, negative.
yeah, another unique story and another reason why I fell in love with him is because one day, you know, me and him were bickering and arguing. I usually go to bed late, but I went to bed early, and Zach woke me up and he's like, "Come here, I got a surprise for you." And I was like, "What is it?" You know, like, whatever, you know, it's nothing big. And he proceeded to lead me into the bathroom, and he had candles lit, and he had me a fruit bath.
A fruit
and all that.
bath?
Yeah.
A fruit bath?
Yeah.
What's in a fruit bath?
Strawberries, pineapples, mangoes. There was a bunch of different kinds of fruit in there.
Now, Mr. Cutler has lotioned my feet, and he's rolled my hair, but a fruit bath is a whole nother
Let's
level,
take
Mr. Cutler. You gotta step up your game, man.
Yep.
You're asking for a lot.
You know, I'm worth it.
You worth it?
I'm worth it.
All right, okay, we'll see. I mean, how can you not fall in love with a man like that?
Right, I know. I do love him, and I still do love him. After everything we've been through, I still love him, and I'm trying to grow. That's why I'm here today, to prove to him that I'm not cheating on him. He thinks I'm out here flirting and just cheating on him all the time, and I guess it is because of, like, you know, the past. You know, I've owned up to stuff in the past or whatever, and I've kept it real with him.
Okay, you said that there was something in the past. What happened in the past?
Our ex-boyfriend.
Oh, man. Okay, but how did you find out that she had been with her ex?
She told me, you know, the truth, that she was with her ex. She admitted to it that she was with her ex, and she cheated.
Were you with the ex?
Yes, I was.
Okay, and so what did you tell him specifically?
I just told him, I said, you know, this has been going on for like 2 months now, and
2 months?
it did, not like me seeing him, but us talking to each other, yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes. Not
So
like
you've
that.
been
Not,
interacting for 2 months, and then it culminated with
yes,
a sexual contact.
yes.
But that's in the past.
Right. And I try to push forward because we're both young and stuff's gonna happen, you know, and I accept that, so.
Okay, you're saying with closure. Clearly, you don't see it that way. Why don't you see it that way?
Because
What is going on now that makes you think something's up?
Like one day she came home, kind of smelled like she had men's cologne on. And I was like, where was you really at? Was you really at the grocery store or was you really with another man?
I have an explanation for that.
All right, I can't wait to hear it.
Okay, well, it was around Valentine's Day, and I was in there smelling men's cologne because I was about to get him a bottle of cologne for Valentine's Day. And I was spraying it, yes.
Your Honor, wasn't no cologne in the house, no shopping bags, no evidence, you know? So I'm thinking that she's with another man.
So you don't believe she was at the mall?
No, I don't.
All right.
Okay, but, you know, women don't put on men's cologne.
Right.
They sniff the bottle,
On body.
you know, spray it in
You know
the
what I'm
air,
saying?
smell it, but
But
they
it
don't
would
put
get
it
on your
them.
face. No. But if you do this and you put your face into it, so you would smell it.
Really?
Really? Ron?
Really?
Ron, come on, help us sister.
I kind of agree, though. If you spray it and step into it, you'll get some on you. It's gonna happen.
All right, if you say so.
I'm saying so.
Next time you come home with...
Okay,
All right.
All right, so you don't believe her about that.
No.
What else? I mean, because that has a reasonable, I could buy that.
She got this, can I show you on the screen?
Sure. Please step over.
Okay, one day she was taking a shower. I guess she forgot that she had her phone in the room. Something popped up on the notification bar. It was like, it says, session expired, please review. So I popped on it. It brought up this calculator. I clicked on it and I clicked in this code that she used the code, her birthday.
Okay.
So I typed it in. And so when I typed it in, it was this gallery. And it said hidden photos. So I clicked on it. And when I clicked on it, it was a white guy and her, like they was out to eat, having fun, Subway. I asked about her. I asked her, you know, what's these pictures of? What are you doing with another man? She was like, it's just a coworker from work.
Okay, wait, hold on, wait. So this is one of those apps where you hide photos?
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about it.
All right, I'm waiting for this explanation.
I'd use that at first. Like, I'd use it at first when me and him first got together because, you know, I'd send pictures
To hide
of
all
him.
her stuff.
Yeah, whatever. To hide my
Okay.
pictures I was sending him.
What kind of pictures were you sending that you need to put in the app, a hidden app?
You know, like, just, you know, our pictures.
No, I don't.
Oh,
Were they personal
yes.
pictures?
Yes.
Oh, okay, grown folk stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. She sent you those pictures?
Yeah,
Little
she
grown
asked
folk
before,
shot?
yeah, a little body picture, you know. Step out, you know.
What she do? Do it one more again. All right, there it is. All right. Here's the deal. People with nothing to hide, they don't hide anything. I mean, that's just how we operate.
I understand. I get it.
All right,
Okay.
if you'll step back to your podium. Are there any other reasons, Mr. Harmon, that you believe your fiance is cheating?
Yes, I do.
Share them with the court.
As one day, you know, I was off work that day, so I like to work out a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, I can tell.
So before she was asleep, you know, she didn't cook breakfast that morning. I got up early that morning, put on my workout shoes, got to the gym, worked there about a good 4 or 5 hours. Came home, when I took off my workout shoes, I was looking around for my sound set, but you know, my sound set, she like, you're grown, you're grown, I don't keep up with your stuff, you know? So when I walked into the bedroom and I seen that it was busted shoes, I was like, whose shoes are these?
These men's shoes or women's shoes?
That was men's shoes.
Men's shoes.
they
So
were.
I feel like, you know, when I pulled up at the house, when they heard me pull up, dude jetted out the back door and forgot his shoes and slipped my sandals on and went on. That's what I really think happened.
What size were your shoes?
They was like 11 and a half. The busted up tennis shoes the same size as my
No, they were
sandals.
not.
Same size as yours?
Yes, they was.
Why is some other man's tennis shoes in your
First
bedroom?
of all, he is not even telling the truth about that. It was a female coworker that came over that day.
Okay, Ms. Powell, let me ask this.
This
do you
doesn't look
have do you have any reasonable explanation as to why a coworker would come over and when she leaves, she would take the wrong shoes?
No.
You have no reasonable explanation for that, because I don't
I mean,
have
unless
one.
she
Do you
was-
ever,
I know.
have you ever taken the wrong shoes from your friend's house?
I gotta say this, Miss Powell, it does not look good. This does not pass the smell test at all.
But it is, though. Like, I'm not lying about it. I have nothing to lie about. Like, we're here.
All right. Mr. Harmon, I know you have a witness.
Yes, I do. My niece is here today to prove that she's been with other men.
All right, Ron, would you escort the witness in,
Yes,
please?
Your Honor.
Could you please state your name for the court?
Denisha Fredericks.
All right, Ms. Fredericks, what do you know about the allegations of cheating against Ms. Powell?
Well, what I know is me and my homegirl went to a barbecue one day and I seen Ashley cheating on my uncle and I didn't like that. I feel like you could find somebody else way better than that.
What did you actually see?
She was out there flirting with him, having drinks with him and stuff, trying to take him home.
I was not trying to take them home, first of all.
So you were able to conclude that she was trying to take him home just by looking? I mean, did you hear anything? What did you see?
Yes, I heard. She was like, yeah, I think y'all should just come to my house tonight. You know, my boyfriend, he's gonna be gone, the niece gonna be gone.
He is never gone.
Was there any physical contact? Were they holding hands? Were they hugged up?
Yes, we holding hands with him, yes.
Did you go and tell your uncle?
Yes, I did.
All right, Ms. Fredericks, thank you very much. If you would have a seat.
All right, Ms. Powell, you're at a barbecue. Is that correct?
Yes. It was a group of people. We went in the house to go get some drinks and to go get some air because we were outside and it was hot.
Would you admit that you were flirting?
No.
All right.
Was it just your bubbly personality?
I guess. Like, I don't know what they consider flirting. Like, you know, like, I don't know what, I don't know.
Being with other men, showing other men attention, that's flirting. Giving them people attention, that's flirting.
I feel like being kind and flirting is two different things.
Show me what flirting looks like in your world.
I don't know, like, you know, like, hey, how you been today? Like, I don't know, you know.
All right, so Ms. Powell, you're telling this court that you have not, even though you might be a little friendly, you might be a little flirtatious, you have not had any sexual contact with any
No, I
man
have not.
other than Mr. Harmon.
Yes, no, I have not.
Well, now, in addition to this love suit that we're talking about, you also have a lawsuit against Mr. Harmon.
Yes, for $185 for running my dress.
Okay, tell me what that's about.
Well, one day, I was out with a friend, and I proceeded, I guess, not to answer my phone, like, on time for him. And so I ended up coming home that day, and I was getting ready to cook supper, and I smelled the house. I was like, what is burning? Like, is Zach in there cooking? I mean, is Mr. Harmon in there cooking something? Like, what is he cooking? Like, is he burning something? I proceeded to go in the bathroom and find my dress laying there burnt. I was like, what happened to it? You know, he's like, oh, well, see, what happened was I got it caught on a cigarette.
Wow.
This don't look like
what
no
kind
cigarette
of
burn to
cigarette
me.
was that?
I know, that's what I'm saying. So I'm here today suing for $185.
Do you have a receipt
I
or
do.
anything? Do you think it was intentional?
I do. I was gonna get married in that dress to him, but
So that was the dress you're going to get married in?
it was.
Mr. Harmon, did you burn her dress?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
You set her dress on fire.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So it wasn't with the cigarette.
Why did you set the dress on fire?
Because I was mad. It wasn't intentional, it was like out of spite. I
No,
wasn't.
that was intentional.
Yeah, it
Right, it was,
All right.
so,
What was running through your mind as you were building up
like,
ready to burn this
her
dress?
seeing her ex-boyfriend and her lying to me and her with her co-worker and the hidden galleries in the phone, like, that it gets to me sometimes. You know, I think about it, so I just took it and I just, you know, set it on fire and it blew up in the flames and I thought about it and I got to stomping it out. So when I stomped it out, I just threw it in the bathroom so she can come home and look at it, because it's the first place she go, because she's always in that mirror.
Okay. Well, you know, Mr. Harmon, we can't let our emotions get the best of us.
You're right.
And your claim is for $185.45.
Correct.
All right. Well, Mr. Harmon, we can understand why you're upset, but, I mean, the bottom line is you can't destroy other people's property. You can't do things like that out of spite. And so this court is going to have to rule in her favor on her claim against you and award her the amount of $185.45.
Now, we got to get back to this love suit. This is an engagement on the line. You seem to love each other.
To get to the bottom of this, the court is going to call licensed private investigator Jane Holmes. Ron, would you please escort Ms. Holmes into the courtroom?
Ms. Holmes.
Ms. Holmes, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
It's good to see you. You've investigated a number of cases involving cheating, haven't you?
I have.
In this particular case, Ms. Powell was examined by one of your colleagues, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, and Ms. Powell was asked a series of questions. The first question that Ms. Powell was asked was, did you have sexual contact with anyone in your home the day Mr. Harmon found a pair of sneakers? What was her response to that question?
She said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined she was being truthful.
Mr. Harmon, it almost appears that that's a sigh of relief for you.
Yes, it does.
But hold on, we have another question. One more question. Ms. Powell was asked, since October 2015 to the present, besides the one person Mr. Harmon is aware of, has Ms. Powell had sexual contact with anyone else? What was her response?
She said no.
What did the lie detector reveal?
The lie detector determined she was being truthful.
All right, Mr. Harmon, she's standing here with tears in her eyes because she's been telling you the truth. What do you need to say to your fiance?
That I love you, and now it's time to focus on us and only us.
All right. Ms. Powell, can you do that?
Yes,
Can you do that?
I can.
And I would say to you, I use the word with Mr. Cutler, I'm like, I don't want any attention, I want intention.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
if you're naturally attentive to people and polite, then you're gonna have to turn it up and give him some intention so he knows he's your king
Please.
and you're his queen.
It is all for you, baby.
I hope so. I love you.
All right, this court has resources available to you on how to build that trust, the things you need to do to build that good foundation. And as we say here, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a healthy, happy relationship. Court is adjourned.
We're doing great now. We're still living here in Texas and everything.
Our relationship is real good. Like everything
Getting
is
better.
right.
You know, it's
Everything
gonna
is
take
working
time
out,
for
yes.
trust, but
Yes.
you know, it's been better.
But just want to say thank you, Couples Court again.
Thank you, Zach. You're making